want to stop and film this for a second. This is about 2 or 3 miles out of Freeburn running counterclockwise, and this turn's real easy to miss. So you see where those cars are coming from. That you don't want to go there. You want to stay to the right. That's what it looks like looking back towards Freeburn. Because the road to the right is actually going to kind of parallel the one that's on the left-hand side for a little while, so it's a little confusing there and kind of hard to catch. And it also leads me into the next dirt section that I want to talk about. So it's called Joe McCoy Road. This section, I added this in sometime last year, I believe. Now the way this section came about is from a couple that owns an inn in Matewan, West Virginia, called the Hatfield McCoy Inn, and it's owned by Don and Kathy McCoy. These are super nice people. They have an inn and a little restaurant, and actually Don has a little bike shop right next to the inn and the restaurant, where you can, it's not a big dealership or anything, but he does have some tires and inner tubes and even tools. He'll let you work on their bike if you need help. But anyway, this whole section here is owned by Don and Kathy and the McCoy family. This is the only private property on the whole Kentucky Adventure Tour. And man, I'm just grateful that they let us come in here and bring the cat through here. This is it's just absolutely kind, unbelievable. This spot right here, this is going to split. You're going to see. If you go to the right, there's a hill going counterclockwise. That it's not hard by any means. It would be fine for most vehicles and most bikes when it's dry. Again, when it's dry, it's not rutted out. But I'll show you. I'm going to ride that way. And also once you climb that hill, there's going to be a section that's a little grown up. So if you've got a truck, Jeep, or whatever it may be, and you don't want pinstripes, you don't want to go that way unless you want to get out loppers and trim about a quarter of a mile of a section. But if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to climb the hill, like say if it's wet, or if you don't want to scratch your helmet or your truck or whatever it may be, you're going to want to go straight right here. And I'm going to have, this is something new I'm just doing, I'm going to have that marked as an alternate line. But I'm going to ride this section here just to show you what it's like. Probably mark that alternate section is yellow, kind of like I did for Deep Creek 2 back near London, Kentucky. And then just call this the main loop. I don't really want to add it as a hard, because it's not really hard other than that one hill. And I've never actually climbed the hill when it's wet, so I don't know. It could be super easy when it's wet, but you can be the judge of it. It's not very far in here, so if you come in and check it out and you don't want to do it, it's not that far to turn around and go back and take the bypass. And I will have the hill marked as a waypoint. Again, this is between Freeburn and Matewan, West Virginia. And then speaking of Don and Kathy McCoy, Don is he's a dual sport enthusiast. He has I believe it's a BMW 650, and he also has a KTM 200. Super nice people. They love what the cat. Matter of fact, he even puts on his own rally called the Stolen Pig Rally at the end of April, and that's that gets a really nice big turnout. It's all types of riding. If you want to bring your plated two-stroke and you want to ride some hardcore trails, he's got it. If you want to bring your big bike and ride some stuff like this, you can do that. He offers guided tours of the whole Hatfield McCoy feud area. It's really neat. I had 2 friends went last year. I couldn't make it, but this year I'm actually going to try to make Saturday. I've got a poke around to go to on Sunday, but I'm going to try to come out Friday and stay all day Saturday and do some riding. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's an event. I think it's only 2 years old now, maybe 3 if I'm not mistaken. But I believe last year he had about 120 people show up. They do have places for you to camp. He doesn't have any RV hookups or anything like that, but plenty of area to throw up a tent or something like that, or park your vehicle. So that's not an issue. I do believe one of his goals is to get a bunch of gravel into that area and maybe make it big enough to where people can bring campers in. And I believe any time of the year, if you want to come out and ride, Don offers himself up for tours. He will take you all over this area and show you far more trails than I'll ever know out here. Really cool scenery. Looking out towards the east, out into West Virginia. But this is the hill. So you see, it's not rutted at all. It does have a little bit of loose rock on it, nothing major. There is a few low hanging branches right at the beginning. So let's see what happens here. See, today traction is not a problem. So just use your best judgment on that one. This is the top. This could get a little tight for a 4x4, so maybe another good reason to bypass it if you're not, maybe on 31s or 33s. Rock sliders would be an advantage because you very well could scrape a rock slider on that rock right there. And you see, there's sticker bushes, so this is why, if you don't want to get pinstripes on your truck, don't come this way. If I lived closer to here, I would clean this out for everybody, but I don't. I live about 4 hours away from here. And unfortunately, I only get to come out here once a year at the most. My time's pretty limited when I do come out. If you have somebody, riding shotgun with you and you got a pair of loppers, it really wouldn't take very long to snip some of these bigger ones off. If you still want to come through here but not scratch anything up. When Don offered up this piece of property for us to ride through here about a year ago, it was all blacktop going from Freeburn to Matewan. So anytime I can take out blacktop and put in dirt is a big a big plus for me. I'm always looking to add more dirt or gravel to the cat. I believe Don said they own around 2,000 acres out here. Someday I'd like to come out and find even more riding out here, maybe even a hard section to add in. Maybe later this year if I get some time. straight ahead is where the bypass comes back in. There's some out of four-wheeler. But where she's headed there is where you would come out if you take the bypass. Lots of water breaks going down this hill, so be leery of them. There's some rocks that's fallen down, most likely from all the rain last year, and then this all winter as well. Unfortunately, you do see a lot of trash out here. It's really a shame. This is just where the trail crosses the road. I'm going to stop the video and then restart it so it's not so long to upload.